Hello and welcome back to the Jessica Pinelli podcast. How are we going? A couple of things. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see this mess behind me. We are currently moving, well, at the end of this week, but updates to come on that. So just so you can see this mess. Secondly, can you see the frizz in my hair? Oh my goodness, Brisbane is so humid. It is very similar to like Bali climate, but I need to say yesterday it was 110% the same as Bali. Like we were dripping the moment we went out doing workouts. Oh my gosh, it is so humid. But I'm not going to complain. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's really humid because I definitely prefer heat over cold any day. Anyway, let's get into this episode. We are in December. Oh my God, we are in December. Apart from my birthday month in May, I absolutely love December because I love Christmas. I love the festivities. I love just being festive and merry and eating lots of food, drinking wine, and just having fun. And, I definitely notice my motivation for anything that isn't like a Christmas related activity decrease the moment it hits December 1st. And yeah, that I just feel like I've been like that the past couple of years. But also cue Justin Bieber's Christmas album on repeat, non-stop. Actually, something else I'm looking forward to just randomly came to mind is my Spotify Wrapped. Yeah, I when does that actually come out? Maybe by the time I record another solo episode, it might be out. Fingers crossed. But today I'm actually going to be talking about things that I've done this year specifically to develop my relationship with money and my relationship overall with abundance. When I talk about money, when I talk about abundance, it's really about the capacity to receive more, to hold more, to welcome more, to feel like you deserve more. Again, this is to do with money, or this can be with any abundant opportunity or any form of abundance, whether it's relationships, business experiences, business opportunities, experiences when it comes to life. And I was reflecting on this maybe on the weekend, and I was just having this huge moment of gratitude. Was it the weekend? Yeah. I think it was maybe Friday morning. Last Friday morning, David and I, my partner, we went to a cafe, we had a coffee, and we just sat chatting. And I just turned to him and I was like, I am having a moment this past week where I cannot believe that I began this business by myself. Like I started this in 2019. Backstory, if this is the first time listening to the podcast or consuming my content, I quit my job. I moved to Bali. I had $700 in my savings and I created a business. And that's the really simple version. $680 of that had to go to the first month of my Bali villa. And it is something like being a business owner, being my own boss has been rooted in my soul since before I was born. But I remember saying at 10 years old, I'm going to be a CEO of my own company to my parents. I don't even think I really fully understood what a CEO was. And so I've just had these moments because it has been the best year yet in my business. It has truly been the best year yet. I feel the past couple of years, and I might do another podcast episode dedicated to this, some lessons and understandings. The past couple of years in business haven't been I mean, entrepreneurship, owning a business, there are hard elements, but I feel that I've really found my way as a business owner, as a coach and a mentor this year, and it's been incredible. And my clients are getting insane results. I've also, the past couple of months, welcomed so many new clients, retained old clients, which is so like I have such an insane retention rate when it comes to clients. I know that everyone everyone on the internet who's a coach is like, look at all these brand new clients I'm signing all of the time. Honestly, I pride myself on retaining old clients. I love building relationships. Some of my long-term mentorship clients have been with me 3+ years. We have like breaks in between because I think that's important. But it's really, really important for me to build a relationship with my clients and not churn through them. But again, that maybe that's another podcast topic when it comes to the topic of business. But I have been welcoming very aligned women into my world over the past specifically 6 weeks. And it's just been so insane to start with them. And it's going to go through into 2025, which is super exciting. But yeah, I was just home. And this is where this episode, I guess, has been inspired by. I was just doing this huge reflection of like, holy shit, Jess, you used to think about this, you used to wish for this, you used to future script about this in 2017. And, you know, when you were in uni, when I was uni, fresh 18, I still used to dream about having my own business. And don't get me wrong, it has come with a lot of failures, a lot of unexpected experiences, a lot of moments where I was like, fuck, is entrepreneurship really for me? And again, let me know in the comments, or if you're listening to this, slide into my DMs and let me know if you want a episode specifically on that. But yeah, I was just having such a big moment of gratitude. And if you're watching this, I would absolutely love it if you hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. It is supporting the channel so much. If you're listening to this, leaving a review really, really helps to push the podcast out as well. But let's speak about things I've done specifically this year to develop my relationship with money and to develop my relationship with abundance overall. Nothing I'm going to bring you is probably going to be groundbreaking. I don't want to make this like, oh my God, you've never heard these points before. And it's not to say that I haven't tried these points in the past, but I just really wanted to, while I was feeling inspired about this, just share what I've really focused on and put my focus on this year and not deviated from it. That's really, really helped. The first thing is a very, very obvious thing, but it's something I want you to go away and do. I unfollowed and muted a lot of people this year, not just coaches, but a lot of people. Even, yeah, muted their post or their stories and unfollowed coaches. I just unfollowed anyone that wasn't making me feel good when I consumed it. And it's never about that person, right? And what they're putting out, because each to their own. But for me, I was obviously unconsciously taking on board and trying to project something that was buried deep in the subconscious mind and my nervous system. And I had to work through this. And this is everything that I do with my clients, right? This is my woman mastery methodology. So I had to use that myself to understand why I was feeling triggered or why I would consume this person's content or see something they posted and it would not make me feel good energetically. It would not make me feel good in the body. And I truly believe you are the sum of everything you consume, whether it is things on social media, whether it's the things that you eat, it's the belief systems, you are what you consume. And so I really had to get honest about what I was consuming. I spend a lot of time on social media as a business owner. I actually don't consume it a lot when it comes to personal. TikTok definitely way more than Instagram. But when I am consuming Instagram, I'm very, very mindful. And I started to realize that I was consuming things that just weren't in alignment with my values and who I wanted to be. They weren't making me feel good. And a lot of the time, people will tell you this, right? Like, unfollow people who don't make you feel good. That's all well and good. But I think it's really, really important to actually explore what that trigger is and exactly what is coming up, why that is coming up for you, what it is reflecting back to you. And that's the work that I've continuously been doing. Like, one of the pieces of work that I've continuously been doing this year to understand what is getting reflected back to me. So that's number one. Number two, I started to really take my visualization meditations and this could, I guess, be two, but I kind of see them as the same, like same topic. My visualization meditations really seriously and listening to subliminal audios really seriously and committing to them and allowing myself to be in a state to be susceptible to uh, fully embody what's happening in the subliminals, but also give myself the spaciousness to do visualization meditations where I could truly tap into my potential and understand what is happening in my body and allow my brain to create a mind movie. Joe Dispenza calls it this. A mind movie is where you quite literally create a piece of reality that you want to bring into your current reality and you make a movie about it in your mind. And I got super, super specific on a lot of things, but more so the feeling behind what I was playing in my head, the feeling behind when I'm consuming these subliminals. The thing about subliminal audios is, and if you, there's a really good YouTube channel who does them. I'm pretty sure pardon me, I'm pretty sure she's called High Frequency Guru. I'm pretty sure. Go look her up. Anyway, I've been consuming her the past few months. I've been doing this the whole year, but I just love what she puts out. And the thing is, you still need to be in a place where you are ready and willing to be open to what you are consuming and what you are visualizing. There's no point in having the best mind movie visualization or consuming subliminals, but still coming away and thinking, oh, that's not going to happen. Oh, that's not possible. Oh, life sucks. Or, oh my God, I'm so stressed out. Like, that's, you can't, those two vibrations are completely differently. So on those modalities, I had to really see the way that I was consuming them and the mindset, that the frame, like my head, when I go in to use them. Am I just using these modality because I'm stressed about money or an opportunity one time and I just want to make it as a quick fix? Or am I actually using it as a way to navigate my life and help propel me forward? So those two have been game changer. I've been doing visualization meditation for the longest time. If you've been listening to the Jessica Pinelli podcast for the past couple of years, you know this is a modality that I have used over and over again, but I've gotten really, really serious about the feeling behind my visualization meditation and what's actually in it and getting really specific. Number three, just like I should have written this down, like what's coming up, but I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. Number three is definitely every single day being so mindful of the way that I'm speaking to myself. Again, this is the basis of the work that I do, the subconscious self concept work, but it works. And if you're here and you want to change your money story and your relationship with money, you need to do this. You need to look at yourself as someone who already has the abundance you're welcoming in and make decisions. This is the most important part of this. Make decisions in alignment with that person. It doesn't mean that you want to be a multi-millionaire and you want to own a Lamborghini. So you look at ways to get a Lamborghini. It's not that. I mean, in your daily, and this isn't what's spoken about enough, because often when people speak about, yeah, make decisions as if you already have that, we need to understand that we actually need to make decisions that are in alignment with our current reality, because this is what we're living, but they're with the vibration that we have changed. It's not we are changing, it's we have changed. And so start small. Don't think, okay, I need to start purchasing things and going into debt because like I would have that and I would, no, 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 no. It's not about that. It's about the small decisions day to day. You can't be, I think I've seen something that's gone around on social media. You can't be a millionaire with a debt mindset, something like that. I probably butchered that. If you know it, comment down below. But it's so, so true. You can't be wanting to be, I'm just using the term millionaire. If that's not what your version of success, that's fine. I'm just using it for this example. But you cannot aspire to be a millionaire and want a Lamborghini or a Porsche or, a business with 50 employees or to travel the world in business class or first class. But every day, your routine and the way that you are thinking isn't in alignment with that, right? It's not about, I'm going to use this credit card so I can buy these nice things to look the part. It's not about that. It's about what you believe at your core. Again, my methodology, the woman mastery methodology, this is what we do. And this is why my clients have gotten such insane results this year, because I've really, truly refined my methodology and I've used it. I practice everything I preach. And so it has to go from the patterns that you are realizing are inhibiting you right now. And that's what I had to do. I had to realize the small micro, the real micro things that was doing me a disservice for the person that I was becoming and what I viewed my higher self was. And I had to change those in real time. I had to change my self concept. I had to change the way I was speaking to myself. I had to change the way I was acting. You can say, I would do this when I'm earning this much, or if I have this amount of money. But if we reverse engineer that, what are the small things you had to change? And so for me, specifically this year, I had to change the way that I was operating when it came to what's happening in my calendar, when it came to my morning routine, when it came to my weekends, the way that I was operating. And then on top of that, of course, the way that I speak to myself, the way that I view myself, and giving myself the spaciousness to change and adapt, because that's what we need. And, phase three of the woman mastery methodology is all around regulating to a new capacity, getting your nervous system on board, right? It's not about being calm all of the time. It's not about, feeling the sense of calmness. It's really about adapting. And so with all of that, I have been doing, and maybe this is another point, but being able to teach my nervous system how to adapt. But doing that, so many people look like, okay, how can I like meditate, breath work, like all of this? Honestly, you just need to do the things that are scaring you and you're putting off, keeping yourself busy, saying you're going to do things, repeating the same things that are getting the same results isn't allowing your nervous system to adapt. You really, really, truly need to teach your nervous system how to adapt to different ways of being. And that's by changing exactly your behavior and exactly what you're doing. And that's what I've had to do a big part, like a real tangible thing this year is teach my nervous system how to adapt, teach my nervous system how I would respond if certain things happen. There have been several moments this year where I have truly, the universe has asked me to step up because I've asked for it. And if I don't teach my nervous system how to adapt to that, I'm going to fall back into the same patterns. And this is what I see with so many high achievers is they fall back into the same patterns of doing things because they're not allowing themselves to feel uncomfortable, to stretch themselves, to stretch their capacity. Done a few podcast episodes on this, and then allow their nervous system to stretch to that capacity that they want to bring in. So this year, for me, I practice every single day. How can I stretch my nervous system? How can I teach my nervous system that I'm not getting chased by a tiger. I'm expanding my capacity to receive more, to be a better business owner, to be a better coach and mentor, to be a better partner, to be a better sister, friend, whatever it may be, and be able to teach it that that is safe. That has been absolutely key. Now, from there, something else that has really helped with the relationship with my money and the relationship that I have with abundance and receiving and holding wealth is just getting super clear on my numbers, having a relationship with my bank app in the sense of being able to face it and get super clear. And again, nothing that I'm bringing today is super groundbreaking, but getting clear on all of that, like seriously, fall in love with your bank app, fall in love with checking that. Because if you have a weird, and if me saying that made you feel a bit weird, like, oh, I hate my bank app, there's an indication something needs to change. But allowing myself to explore any of the uncomfortable feelings in the moments of resistance, that's a key indication that that's probably something that you need to work on when it comes to money and abundance. Whatever makes you feel weird, like if it's someone showing off something on social media, or if it's a certain amount, if it's people talking about money, if it's me even having this conversation with you now and it's making you feel a little bit weird inside, you have to understand your money stories. You have to understand exactly what is happening and what you were subconsciously telling yourself. And I got so crystal clear this year because new money stories came up that were stemming from things that I didn't even think were related to money or abundance whatsoever. And when I took the time to dive deeper and get really uncomfortable with that, I was actually able to understand what stories I now held as a business owner and as just a human being having a human experience, and whether or not those stories were serving me or whether they were doing me a disadvantage. And when you understand the money stories that do you a disadvantage, you're able to change them. Again, you're able to become flexible with your nervous system and adapt to a different situation. And so I got so clear. I got so clear on those money stories. I got so clear where I was shrinking myself and keeping myself small. I got so clear where it was obvious I was not allowing any more abundance. This can show up in many, many different ways as business owners. The way that we charge, the way that we speak about our services, the way that we speak about our business to other people in our life outside of business. And that can apply to career as well, in the way that you ask for a salary increase or your bonus or whatever that may be. And in life, it's the way that you think about when you go shopping. It's how you, like, what's the vibration behind paying bills? What's the stories you tell yourself when you see someone on the internet and maybe they have purchased a designer bag that you really want or the car that you really want, and you find yourself being really mean or calling them a show off or greedy? Like, what are the stories you're telling yourself? Because I promise you, I know that you want some quick fix when it comes to money and abundance, but everything that I've shared with you today, if you actually focus your time and energy and intentions on, your money game would change and shift. I actually have a for a moduled self-paced program called Match for Money. And I go through the energetics. I go through this more in depth. That should be in the show notes below for you to get and to go at your own pace. But when you change the relationship you have with money and when you change the relationship you have with abundance, you are opened up to so many opportunities. For example, we are about to move in a new apartment, and we have been able to this whole week buy a new TV cabinet, buy a new couch, buy a new dining table, buy new dining chairs, decorations. On top of that, we are paying for our snowboarding holiday in 6 weeks' time. 6 weeks? Holy shit. 6 weeks' time in Japan. And on top of that, everything we need for Japan because it's winter there. And, we live in Brisbane. We don't have any winter clothes. I don't say this to you to show off or be like, look at all the things. No. But I share this with you because that happens when you heal your relationship with money. The opportunities that I've been able to have, the abundant opportunities, the way I've grown a sustainable business. There are so many people on the internet that will be looking for quick wins and show you these techniques to get a quick win, go quickly viral, or get a quick sale. But everything I teach, oh my God, this son, if you're watching on YouTube, this son is not in a good position right now. But everything I teach you is about sustainability. When you learn to have a relationship with abundance, you are able to sustain the things that you deem as abundant and opportunities, and you get on the vibration where you welcome more on that, and life gets better and better, and it truly does. And I just want to point out, it's not just about money. It's about creating a vibration to sit on where you are attracting opportunities and you are attracting what is your desired state. Everything that you are thinking of while I'm talking about, or what you desire, whether it's materialistic, whether it's a new job, a new house, a new apartment, new relationship, those are abundant opportunities. This is all tied in together. You develop your relationship with money, you develop your relationship with abundance, which means you develop your relationship with everything and everyone. That because you are starting to vibrate differently. Go away, take on board these things that I have said, that I have really put so much time and energy and focus into this year. I promise you, if you start to put the time and energy and focus, let me just move this time and energy and focus into all of this, you will start to feel differently. And it's not just about what you're manifesting in the 3D, it's like quite literally in your heart space. I just, I'm closing my eyes now for everyone that isn't watching this on YouTube. It like makes me teary because you just feel like you are in such an expansive place to provide and make impact and be able to create and be and live life to its fullest experience. I promise you, it absolutely changes the game. But I wanted to share this kind of quick-ish podcast episode because it's been on my mind since I had that conversation last Friday with my partner. Go away, action these. I promise you, you don't need to look for something like fancy when it comes to this stuff. Like, start here. This is what is going to help you change the way that you see, view, hold money, hold opportunities, and feel that expansiveness and that abundant feeling in your heart space. Anyway, the sun is in my face. I've got to go now, but I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. I appreciate all of you, and I will speak to you in the next. Bye.